Hi, I'm Neil Kelleher. In this video, I'm going to talk about downward dog and show you a few exercises for doing downward dog. And as a side note, I should point out that I haven't done or taught downward dog consistently for about 3 years. And one of the reasons for that was I wanted to focus on other poses, other ways of using the body or learning the body while doing yoga. And to be honest with you, I didn't think that downward dog was that important. And so then the question might be, why am I coming back to it now? One of the reasons that I decided to come back to downward dog was just to explore it again after so long not doing it, but also because I haven't been working on inversions, i.e. handstands or headstands, even arm balances. I haven't been doing inversions in quite a while. And so I thought downward dog, because the head is below the level of the hips, downward dog is a nice way to do inversions without actually worrying about balance. And it was just something I thought that it was time to come back to. So in this video, what I'm going to look at, might do a couple of videos on downward dog because there can be a lot to explore in the pose. And as a side note, I do actually enjoy doing it again now. It's kind of nice to feel the effects of the pose after having not done it for a number of years. But in this video, I wanted to talk about a couple of ways to make downward dog more of a how to use downward dog to learn to feel your body. And in particular in this video, I'll focus on how to activate the shoulders and legs while doing downward dog or moving into it, but also how to feel and control the elbows, which is something I don't think a lot of teachers or people in general talk about, how to feel, control the elbows generally. If the elbows are straight, you don't worry about them. So let's start off with a quick look at the elbows. So to begin with, you can do this while standing up. I've set the camera up low so that I'm more in frame while doing downward dog. But with the elbows, one of the things that you can practice doing is rotating your forearms outwards. So as you rotate your forearms outwards, your palms actually turn up and your elbows bent. And one of the things to focus while doing this is strongly rotate your forearms outwards. And as you do so, notice any tension in the elbows. So for me, I get tension here, but also some tension at the back of the arm, but also tension in the forearm. So the general exercise is to rotate the forearms outwards, feel your elbows, feel any other muscular activation. You could even focus on feeling your shoulders. You may get some tension in your shoulders. So what you could do to make your shoulders feel even, move one shoulder forward and back, see if you can feel your shoulder blade, then move the other shoulder forward and back, see if you can feel your shoulder blade, then relax. Rotate the forearms out, adjust one shoulder, then adjust the other shoulder. You could even adjust your rib cage. Try to make your rib cage feel open. Relax, rotate out, then relax. And the thing to note with my hands, I've slightly bent my wrist back and I'm making my fingers feel active and strong as well, so you could also feel your wrists. Now for rotating the forearms inwards, what I'd suggest, bend the wrists slightly backwards. I used to teach this with wrists straight and fingers spread apart. What I find feels better is to bend the wrist backwards, maybe even spread the fingers a little bit and make them feel active. But for this one, rotate the forearms inwards, spread the fingers like you're grabbing something or want to grab something. But again, notice any tension in the forearms. So the elbow tension isn't quite as sharp in this, as clear in this, but you should be able to feel some elbow tension, definitely forearm tension and some upper arm tension. Relax, rotate the forearms inwards. Good, try adjusting the position of your hands, changing the wristband so that your grip feels comfortable if you like. Rotate the forearms inwards and then relax. Now, having done the forearm rotation exercise, one exercise you can do, ideally because you've gotten a feel for your elbows from that exercise, and if you haven't, then go back to the exercise and repeat it so that you can feel your elbows. What you can then do is focusing on your elbows, make your elbows feel strong, rigid. Relax, make your elbows feel strong. Relax, make one elbow feel strong. Relax, and then do the other one. Elbow strong, relax, elbow strong, relax, elbow strong, relax. And then what you can try doing, and you can repeat that a few more times You can repeat that anytime you like just to get a feel for it. Try the same thing with the arm straight. Make the elbow feel strong. Relax. Make the elbow feel strong. So notice any tension in front of the arm, back of the arm, forearm. Relax. Make the elbow feel strong. And if you notice any tension in your shoulder, what you could do is play around with moving the shoulder forward or back. Just notice the change in sensation in the shoulder. Maybe as you get used to doing that, you may find a position that feels more comfortable, more right. You can use that position or adjust for that position. Relax. Do the same thing with the other arm. Make the elbow feel strong. So my elbow has a slight bend in it. Relax, and that's fine. Make the elbow feel strong. Relax. And if you have difficulty, what you could do, have a bend in it, practice, then slowly remove the bend and try to make your elbow feel strong. So again, elbow strong. If you feel any tension in the shoulder, you can try moving the shoulder forward or back. And after practicing a few times, use the position that feels the most comfortable and then relax. So repeat that a few more times. And again, you can do this while standing up. Point that out because my feet are getting a bit painful, but you could also do this while kneeling if you so choose. One other exercise for the elbows for awareness is to straighten the elbow. And the idea here is to try to make the front of the elbow feel open or stretched. So this sort of action, and for this I'd highly recommend that you do it slowly and smoothly, so avoid sudden actions. So try to open the front of the elbow, and what you may notice is that the back of your upper arm feels strong. And if you can't get a feeling of opening at the front of the elbow and you can't get the back of the upper arm to activate, then leave this exercise out, particularly if you get sharp pain in the elbow. But if you can do this without any pain, open the front of the elbow, feel the back of the arm activate, relax. Open the front of the elbow, feel the upper arm activate, relax. Open the front of the elbow, feel it. You may get some stretching sensation in the biceps. Feel the back of the upper arm activate and then relax. And do the same thing here with the other arm. Open the front of the elbow, feel the back of the upper arm activate, relax. Open the front of the elbow, relax. Open the front of the elbow and then relax. And then what you can do is add on the elbow strengthening for an even stronger sensation. So open the front of the elbow, feel the upper arm activate, and then make the elbow feel strong. So you should get tension in the biceps as well as the tricep, and also a sensation of opening at the front of the elbow. Relax. Open the front of the elbow. Make the elbow feel extra strong. Relax. Open the front of the elbow, feel the tricep engage. Make the elbow extra strong so the bicep engages, and then relax. Do the same thing. Open the front of the elbow. So with the other arm, open the front of the elbow, tricep engage. Make the elbow extra strong. Relax. Open the front of the elbow, feel the tricep extra strong. Relax. Front of the elbow, tricep, bicep, and then relax. You can practice that with both arms at the same time. Now for the next exercise, what I'd suggest is starting on all fours. And rather than focusing on the elbows, what we'll do here is focus on the hands and the feet. And the idea here is to keep your body still. You could do this one hand at a time. Press one hand forward against the floor without allowing your body to move. And what you should find is that you get shoulder activation. So once you get the idea of that, what you can then do is press both hands without allowing your body to move. Press both hands forward against the floor so that your shoulders activate. So at the same time, so that your body stays still, what you should notice is that either your knees and perhaps better yet your feet press back. So as you press your hands forward against the floor so your shoulders activate, press your forefeet back against the floor in order to keep your body still. So what you're doing then is using your hands against your feet, pushing your hands forward and your feet back. So that can be an exercise. As a prelude to downward dog, press your hands forward, feet back. Notice the tension in your shoulders. Notice any tension in your legs and feet. Relax. Press your hands forward, feet back. Relax. Press your hands forward, feet back. Relax. And you notice my knees are lifting. That's as a result of pressing the hands forward and the feet back. If you do it slowly and smoothly press your hands forward and feet back, you can slowly and smoothly lift your knees without any additional extra effort. And the whole reason for doing this exercise is to generate sensation. Because your muscles are working, because they're turning on, it gives you feel for your elbows, it gives you feel for your feet and your legs. And from there, what you can do, so notice how I've increased the distance between my hands and the feet. You can vary this to suit your needs. Press your hands in, press your hands forward, feet back. Allow your knees to lift, and then from there, keep the tension, keep the sensation in the shoulders, keep the sensation in the legs. Move your body back relative to your hands and the feet. Keep the sensation, so keep your hands pressing forward, keep your feet pressing back, and then come forward, and then slowly relax. So you can adjust you can play around with the foot position as after you've relaxed, or while you're doing the action. Press your hands forward, feet back, feel the engagement, slowly shift back, keep the engagement. Try to keep the engagement, come forward, and then relax. If you get any uncomfortable sensations in your knee, sharp pain in your knee, then leave this action out. Or I'd say for now, leave this action out. Press your hands forward, feet back, lift your knees, and go backwards. And then what you can do, after repeating this a few times, if you like, you could try holding this position, continuing to press forward with your hands and continuing to press back with your feet, and then relax when you are ready. Now from there, so that's a basic action for activating your shoulders and legs, giving yourself some feel in downward dog. Something additional you could do, a few videos back I talked about lengthening the spine. That's something else you could do. But since we've talked about feeling and controlling the elbows, let's focus next on adding the elbows to that. So notice you can keep your knees bent. If you wanted to straighten your knees, you could do that also. But going back to the basic pose, press your hands forward, feet back so your knees lift, and then reach your body back. So here, keeping tension, you could keep tension in one leg, move the other leg back slightly or forward slightly to adjust the distance between your hands and feet. But keep your hands pressing forward, feet pressing back. From there, open the front of the elbows, make the elbows feel strong. You may find you can use your shoulders then to generate a little bit of an extra push back away from your hands. And then if you like, keep the basic position, then relax. Hands forward, feet back. Open the front of the elbows, make the elbows feel strong. Relax. Hands forward, feet back. Open the front of the elbows, make the elbows feel strong, and then relax. So what you may get when you make your elbows feel strong is your shoulders. So for me, what happens is I feel like I can use my shoulders to push my body a bit further back. And a good way to experience this is with one arm lifted. What you can practice doing is lift the shoulder, relax, lift the shoulder, relax, lift the shoulder, relax. If you wanted to, you could lift the shoulder, open the front of the elbow, make the elbow feel strong, relax. Other arm, lift the shoulder, relax, lift the shoulder, relax, lift the shoulder, relax. Lift the shoulder, make the front of the elbow open, elbow strong, relax. And then both arms, shoulders up, front of the elbow, elbow strong, relax, shoulders up, front of the elbow, elbow strong, relax, shoulders up, front of the elbow, elbow strong, relax. And when you're doing downward dog, because your hands are on the floor, what will happen is that when you use your shoulders in the same way as we just did, your rib cage will move back relative to your hands. So what you can try doing with hands pressing forward and feet pressing back, you can open the front of the elbows, make the elbows feel strong, and then use your shoulders, push your rib cage back relative to your hands. Now, you could try to go for maximum pushback, or you could try to push back just enough that your shoulders feel comfortable. And I'd suggest that would be the more reasonable approach. And this might depend on your ability to use your shoulders, but I'll show you from the front just so you can see. So hands press forward, feet press back, move your rib cage back relative to your hands. So front of the elbows open, elbows strong, and then from there use your shoulders, push your rib cage back relative to your hands. And because I've got a feel for my shoulders now, what I can also do is play around slightly right to left, both to get even sensation in both hands, but also to try and get even sensation in both shoulders. But anyway, that's a quick look at downward dog with a focus on the elbows and the shoulders and the arms. There's a lot more to it than that, or there can be a lot more to it than that. Things you can add on to it are making the spine feel long. Something additional you can do is if the focus is on the legs, you could do something similar with the legs. You could make the back of the knees feel open, activate the front of the thighs. An additional thing you could do is try activating your hamstrings. If you have difficulty getting your heels to the floor, something else you could do is actively bend your feet forward, bend your feet backwards. So this sort of action, bending the feet forward, backwards, so the front of the ankle, so the front of the lower leg and the ankle is strong and the back is stretched. And so I may go over that, give you some exercise for that in a future video if you so choose. But there's some things you can play around with for downward dog. Hopefully it was helpful. Thank you for watching. Namaste.